After many weeks of teasing a split, Finn Balor finally turned and betrayed Damian Priest, costing him the World Heavyweight Championship. And in today's video, we're going to discuss the real reason why Finn Balor turned on Damian Priest at SummerSlam, starting with the first reason, which is number one, that WWE wanted to finally pull the trigger on Damian Priest and his babyface turn. Over the last couple of months, we saw him acting more and more like a babyface, especially since he was feuding with heels like Drew McIntyre and Gunther. The long-term plan was always to turn him face. Therefore, Finn Balor was always planned to be the one to turn on his friend. It finally happened last night. There was no better way to book this betrayal. Costing him the World Championship was the right decision. That is a big reason to hate someone, and I think this match is proof that Damian Priest is going to be a very, very successful babyface. The crowd was in love with him. He was on fire. They were clearly behind him, and they wanted to see him win. There were times when I felt like he was the biggest babyface of the night, at least before Roman Reigns would return. Booking Finn Balor to turn on him was the best way to start this babyface run, so kudos to WWE for booking it. The second reason why Finn Balor turned on Damian Priest is that WWE needed Gunther to win the World Heavyweight Championship. While Damian Priest had a great title run, and I really mean great because a lot of people did not expect it to be this good, it was very obvious that Gunther was going to win the belt at the end of the day. The man is coming off the longest IC Championship run of all time. He's the best wrestler in the world for the last few years, and Triple H is a massive fan of him. Gunther rarely loses as well. I was not expecting to see another loss last night. And so the WWE booked Finn Balor to screw his former friend. This was a great idea because it also kept Damian Priest looking strong. Gunther got his win. He looked strong as well, but it made Damian also look like he had a chance to win if he was not screwed by Finn Balor. The third reason why Finn Balor betrayed his best friend is that WWE wants to book this for Wrestlemania season. At the end of the day, a lot of the booking for SummerSlam is important for Wrestlemania 41. For example, let's look at Roman Reigns and his return. He speared Solo Sikoa, and that clearly sets up a War Games match, and it also sets up a potential match with Solo for WrestleMania if WWE wants to go down that route. The same thing applies to Finn Balor and Damian Priest. This is now a red hot storyline. It's going to culminate at WrestleMania 41. There's even a good amount of fans who honestly think that this should have been booked for the world title at WrestleMania with Finn Balor winning. Honestly, if you think about it, it would have been real nice to see Finn Balor finally win a world championship one more time, but WWE clearly has different plans for that belt. I think Gunther will most likely face someone like Brock Lesnar or Ilya Dragunov if they want to push that man, if I had to guess. With all that said, the WWE needed to give this feud a reason to stretch out over the next 6 months, and I think this is a great reason. Finn Balor betraying Damian Priest and forcing him to lose the title is a great reason for these two to feud at least for the next 6 to 8 months until WrestleMania. Like I always say, it's all about the long-term storytelling. The fourth reason why Damian Priest was betrayed by Finn Balor is because it makes sense, at least with kayfabe. Ever since joining the Judgment Day, nothing great really happened to Finn Balor. Like, if you really think about it, he had to sit on the sideline, he had to see Damian Priest win the Money in the Bank briefcase, and then cash in to become the World Heavyweight Champion. He watched his friend win all the accolades. Finn Balor joined this group to get back to the top of the mountain. He joined to become the Universal or WWE Champion one more time, but instead he's been stuck in the tag team division. If I was Finn Balor, I'd also be mad at Damian Priest. On top of that, Damian is also acting like he's the leader of the group for the last few months, maybe even a year. Finn Balor is just pissed off at this point. He wants his respect, he wants the World Heavyweight Championship, and if he can't have them, then neither can Damian Priest. And I totally understand screwing him over as a result. The fifth and last reason why Finn Balor turned on Damian Priest is the most interesting one, and I think it has to do with Liv Morgan. Over the last couple of months, something fishy has been going on between Finn Balor and Liv Morgan. They came out of the same Uber one night, then another night Finn Balor stole the key card that Liv gave to Dom, and this all had a lot of people wondering what they were doing. It looks like Liv Morgan completely destroyed the Judgment Day from within, and she's working with Dom, and now Finn Balor. I think she was able to convince Dominic Mysterio that mommy was no good for him, and I think she also convinced Finn Balor that he's getting nothing out of this faction with Damian Priest other than being his lackey, and who wants to be a lackey, especially for Damian Priest? You know, you got to do your own things and win your own belts. Something tells me that we're going to get a new Judgment Day, and that's going to be Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, and Finn Balor, and maybe even other members could join. As for the old Judgment Day, I think that's going to be Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, and Carlito. I could see those three being baby faces. I don't know where JD will fall into. Is it going to be with the new one, the old one? Who knows? But with all that said, Liv Morgan told them to turn on Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest because this was all a part of her master plan, and it worked. So kudos to Liv Morgan for making it all happen. And so those are all the reasons why Finn Balor turned on Damian Priest. I'm going to sum up everything for you guys. Number one is that WWE wanted to finally turn Damian Priest into the babyface that they always thought he could be. Clearly, it was a great idea because of the pop that he received last night. The people have been loving him lately, especially in the last month or two. And last night was more proof, if he needed that he's going to do very well in his new role as the good guy. Damian Priest, honestly, if you think about it, is much better as a babyface than a heel. At least that's what I think. Number two is that Gunther was always going to win the World Heavyweight Championship. The screw job at least makes Damian Priest look strong because he didn't lose fair and square. While this hurts Gunther just a tiny bit, I think it's fine. Nobody will remember him looking a little weak for needing help, and at the end of the day, he didn't even ask for the help. Finn Balor kind of just voluntarily turned on his former friend because he wanted to screw him. It wasn't like Gunther went to him and gave him money and said, hey, help me out with this match. That was not the case at all. Number three is that WWE is looking to make this a WrestleMania match, and so if you want a WrestleMania match, you need a blood feud if it's not for a title. There's no better reason to hate someone who just screwed you from being on the top of the card. Finn Balor messed with his world title reign, which means he messed with his money, because if you're at the top, you make the most money. This will lead to a long and fun feud that will end at WrestleMania, and I can't wait. Number four is that it makes sense when you look at the storyline. The entire reason why Finn Balor came to the Judgment Day was to win world championships. And ever since joining, he's been nothing more than a glorified jobber who can only win tag team championships. Of course, he's mad seeing someone else who bosses him around with the belt that he wants. And the last reason is that Liv Morgan is the mastermind behind all of this. She got Dominic Mysterio to turn on Rhea Ripley, and as we've seen many times in the last couple of months, she's been talking with Finn Balor, and they have been plotting. She probably manipulated the man into realizing that he can do so much more if he joins her. If that's the case or not, I don't know. We'll find out. But anyways, overall, my opinion is that this betrayal was really well done. I even thought this was the best match of the night. Gunther and Priest had a lot of chemistry. They absolutely killed it in that ring. Speaking of Damian Priest, he is now a true superstar after last night's reaction, in my opinion, and I'm very excited to see where this feud goes. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys thought. Did you like all this? Did you like the match? Did you like the turn? What are your thoughts on why he turned? Let me know everything in the comments below. Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next video.